Hi, this is Jaye Ancruem with this week's episode of Mental Health Minute, and let's take a minute or so to talk about mental health. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our very first Mental Health Minute with Jaye Ancruem, and we have a very special guest today. We have Pastor David Brooks, and we're just going to have him introduce himself and just tell us a little bit about where he works, what he does in the church, and his hobbies and interests.
Well, I'm David Brooks, also called the Cadillac Counselor. I have done a lot in the church. I like to focus on men. Men is a big thing for me. Looking at how men, because a lot of times men aren't looking at real issues and they don't like to talk about problems. And I'm a person that likes to talk about all of my problems, hobbies. I really don't have a lot of hobbies anymore. 4 children kind of take up all of my hobbies. They are my hobby and my interest. But other than that, I just like helping people in the community. Especially homeless people, people that go through addiction issues. That's always been a special part of my heart. So those are the things that I mainly focus on. And then when it comes to the church, I just want to be available to be able to speak and tell my testimony and hope that someone else will be able to get something out of it.
Awesome. Thank you. That was an amazing introduction. You definitely have a lot going on and not just the 4 kids.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
And I met your 4 children and your lovely wife, and you have an absolutely wonderful family, and you definitely do a lot in the community. And I
Yeah.
wanted to be able to ask you more about your specific center. And
Okay.
you are the CEO and founder of your own organization. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yeah, it's Brooks Behavior Health Services. We started, me and my wife. I used to work for the health department for about 10 years, and then I noticed there was some things that I wanted to really get into the community more. And so with that, we decided to just venture off and start our own business. So we started out in 2017 in October, and we're coming up on 4 years. We've won Best of the Best for mental health. We've had Best of the Best for substance abuse, and my pride and joy is that we've always had 5 stars in Google, and I'll tell you, being in this industry is very hard to make it 4 years without anyone complaining about their services or interaction, because we do our best to treat people the way they're supposed to be treated. And so that's my best part about owning a business, is I get a chance to really show people how this industry is supposed to be ran, and that's putting love first.
That is amazing. That is wonderful news.
Yeah.
And to just be able to, like you mentioned, to have those reviews and not have any negative reviews that's amazing within itself.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's very hard.
Yes, because
Well done.
there are some times when you just want to just go out and be like, who cares? I'm gonna just say what I gotta say. But then all of a sudden you go back and you say, is it that it's better to just be kind, and people, the reason why they're going through something is because they're going through something, and so you can't take it personal. And so a lot of times people try to push you away, or they try to cause confusion, because that's what they like in their life. They like chaos. And so we're supposed to model how a healthy person is supposed to react in a situation. So that's what I tell all my employees, is to treat people with kindness no matter what.
Absolutely. That's definitely something I've learned myself along the way.
Yeah,
That's an amazing attribute. And it takes something. It takes self-control. It takes putting other people first. That's important. That's big. So that's
yeah,
amazing. And can
yeah.
you tell us more about some of the approaches that you all use at your practice and I saw something referenced about the out of the box approach. What exactly does that mean?
Well, I mean, so I use criminogenics. It's a mindset of I really like to work with people who have been incarcerated, who have are on the way to be incarcerated. Their behaviors are leading them to those types of places that are going to take away their freedom. And so with criminogenic, it just looks at behaviors in a more detailed way. Instead of it just being just a cognitive behavioral therapy, it's more of a really stop the behavior before you hurt yourself, and dealing with people with substance abuse and just mental health. A lot of people have traumas and all of those things in the past, but their behaviors right now are going to cause them a lot of issues. So what I do is I look at our office as like a triage, an emergency room. So when people come in, just like if someone had a gunshot wound or something of that nature, our job is to fix them and get them where they can, move on and live their life. And so I don't try. Our way of therapy is not the long, drawn out. It's really hit topics very hard and very quick, and look at the things that are static, that can't change. We reference those, but then we look at the things that are dynamic, and those are the things that can change: their mind, thought, the people that they're around, getting a new job, and we really help people get back on their feet.
That's awesome. And you said something that I thought was really significant because a lot of times when someone has some type of physical issue, there's never a hesitation to go ahead and get it treated and go ahead and get it fixed.
Yep.
We've always in this country definitely taken our physical health very seriously.
Yeah.
Do you feel like people readily come to you, or how do you actually get clients?
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't advertised since 2018. I don't really advertise, it's word of mouth. Every person pretty much that calls me says someone referred them to me. So either somebody's kid got better, somebody's wife stopped drinking, or whatever it was, the behavior that they were dealing with, they refer people to me. And so I don't do any referrals, and our phone rings constantly.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. So do you think that times are changing? Do you still believe that there is a negative stigma associated with receiving mental health services or any type of rehabilitative services?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned my office, I rent a office that's in the back of a building, and I've rented a building because I split my offices and started one in another city, and I went and I purchased and rented a building that was in on the main street in the front, and I had more people that felt that they couldn't come to treatment because they were walking from the street into the building, and there was a stigma attached to it. So I've liked my original building in Frederick because it's in the back, and so people don't really see you going in. And I've never had that conversation with this building. So there has to be some level of stigma whenever people just don't want to go get help because they're fearful that someone's going to see them.
Absolutely. And I can understand that as well.
Yeah.
So, and do you think it's possible? And I'm going to speak from also personal experience. I'm someone that needed, at one point in my life, I needed services myself.
Hmm.
Do you think it's ever possible to be able to get over any type of serious addiction or behavioral issues without receiving any mental health services? Or would you typically recommend that someone just go ahead and take that chance and try to get support services?
Well, I mean, anything is possible, but the problem that most people have is their belief system. There's something wrong in their belief system, how they believe. And until that belief system is challenged, most people don't change. People stay in their comfort zone, like believing that they can be perfect, believing that they should always get what they want, believing that life should be without pain and require no effort. Those are some of the destructive belief systems that people go through. And normally you have to have a professional help you, because you have to attack, and I use the word attack, ambivalence. And when people are ambivalent to change, then that's where the professional, if you're doing it correctly, you can help people change without them even realizing that they change. I was taught whenever I was getting my master's that counseling is a dance. And if you can really dance correctly, they think that they're leading the dance. And if you're doing it the right way. And so what you do is you hold their hand and then you dance with them. But as you dance and they're starting to go off, you just give them a nudge and they move with you. And so they still feel like they're orchestrating the whole dance, but really underneath it all, you're doing it. But if you do it correctly, they won't ever know.
That is awesome. I love that analogy.
Hmm.
Very well said.
Yeah,
Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. You gave
yeah,
our listeners so much to even digest and so much to think on. And I just want to invite our listeners at any point to definitely get in contact with you. We will
yeah.
absolutely put your web link on our page as well. So if they
Thank
have any
you.
questions, to seek you out. And I just want to say thank you once again. This has been very informative. And hopefully we can have you on again sometime in the near future.
Hey, you know what? And to be honest, man, it's really good that you are doing this. And to start this off, there's never enough information out there. And so all I'm asking is that you keep doing what you're doing, because we need more people out here doing it. So I don't mind ever giving my time if it comes to really helping people. And I think that what you're about to do is going to be impactful to people out there. So just keep on going, keep grinding.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, definitely. We have to work together, because this problem has been around for so long. We have to work together. And so I don't ever mind cutting time out to help another colleague try a different thing out to touch and connect to people.
Absolutely. That's very much appreciated. And we do have to work together. It takes a village. And the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We have a lot of work
A lot, a lot. Keep it up, okay?
to do. Thank you.
Definitely. Well, take it easy. It was a pleasure to talk and keep going.
Thank you so much. And have a good
All right.
evening.
Yeah, tell your hubby I said hi.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hi, thank you for joining us this week for this week's Mental Health Minute. We hope that you walk away feeling educated, empowered, and supported. And we hope that you join us next time for Mental Health Minute. Thank you.